Rob's Arcade, Rob's Arcade, where the games get played and the games get saved so they can be played on another day. Rob's Arcade.
Alrighty guys, welcome back to Rob's Arcade. I am your host, Rob French. First off, I want to thank you so much for hanging out, tuning in with me today. Always good to see you guys. Make sure you hit that comment section because I love to hear from you as well. Hopefully you guys have been doing okay. So, you can comment on the video, comment on life in general. Just let me know what you've been up to. I've been doing good. Got another unboxing here for you guys. As I promised you a while back, we were going to be getting through some of these unboxings while I'm dog sitting here at a friend's house, getting close to Halloween. And so we are going to be taking a look at these fun new toys I have discovered, these Toony Terror action figures, I guess you can call them. They're based off of like the 70s, 80s, 90s icons, horror icons. This one is based off, of course, the Tim Burton 1988 film Beetlejuice, with the title character on display here, played by, of course, Michael Keaton. And then the movie also starred Gina Davis, Alec Baldwin, Winona Ryder, a lot of big names in this film. Catherine O'Hara, and then, of course, Jeffrey Jones playing the father there. We're going to go ahead and take a second and take a look at this boxing just a little bit closer. This is always a favorite of mine. Beetlejuice, the host with the most. Why I'm here today, hoping to be your host with the most. One of my icons here. But no, I've always loved Beetlejuice. I remember seeing this in the theater, my father taking my sister and I to check this out. We loved it immediately. It was one of those films. Some of the films we grew up with had to find an audience. I don't know if Beetlejuice was one of those films that did poorly or okay in the box office and then later found an audience. I do know films like, Monster Squad. Great example of one of those films that my sister and I fell in love with it the moment we saw it, but I don't think it really caught on right away until later on. But this was one of those films, again, we saw it in the theater. We just fell in love with this whole movie, the concept. It was hilarious. It was spooky. It was creepy, quirky. Just visually, it was like something we had never seen before. Just getting, I guess, a little peek into the inside workings of Tim Burton's mind. And then, of course, it spawned numerous video games and an animated series. So Beetlejuice was a huge, huge name in our household. We had action figures growing up. There was a Beetlejuice line, a lot of cool sets with the graveyard, all the different costumes he would wear in the films. So this is cool. This is almost kind of like a throwback moment to my childhood, opening up this Beetlejuice action figure from Neca Toys. All right, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the packaging, and then we'll go ahead and we'll open this bad boy up. Let's go ahead and take a look. Excuse me there. Oh, this segment of Rob's Arcade brought to you by Arby's. No, it's not. It's not. Please don't sue me. It's not. Arby's is not affiliated with Rob's Arcade in any way. Arby's for when you don't care about your body or how your food tastes. All right. So yeah, very cool packaging. I love the packaging on these figures. One of those things, like I said, I picked these guys up a while back, just a couple of them, not thinking I would become so fascinated with these guys. Now let's go ahead and open this thing up here. I hate some of this, gosh, this pins and needles work here when it comes to opening this, because I don't want to mess up the backing. Gosh, so you gotta got this backing. You don't want to bend. Oh, this is going pretty smooth here. You don't want to bend the backing when it comes to opening this guy up. Just another reason why I'm not so keen on this back. I mean, I probably won't even use these backs, to be honest with you. I'll probably like, I'm holding on to all these cardboard backings in the event I do use them for display. But I doubt I actually use any of them for anything. Okay, that's pretty cool there. As you can see, we got the opening reveal of the back of the card, the sand beast, and the ticket holder there, or the ticket seller. Yeah, like I said, I'll probably hold on to these. I don't know if I'll use them or not, but like I said, I'm keeping these in the event that I might. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know. Just holding on to trash. If it was just figures on the back, I'd probably just like tear it open. I wouldn't care what happens to it, you know? All right. We've got a different angle on this video for this opening. There was a flood of comments in some of these other videos about how I was going about these openings. And when I say a flood of comments, I mean, it really was just like me in my own head. I'm like, why, you know, these are like unboxings, and why is it just like the camera's just focused on me? I don't understand that. Like, I'm just being an attention hog. You guys want to see me open the box, and like, it's just the camera's just on me. So it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. So when I say there was a flood of comments, I mean, it was just me really in my own head. Just going, it doesn't look right. I need to do something about that. So here we go. Little scissors. If I was at my home, I have like X-Acto knives and all kinds of utensils. This is the loudest part of the unboxing. That wasn't too bad, actually. I love that, kind of like that Michael Keaton gut, that famous Michael Keaton 80s gut. There we go. Let's get some of this trash out the way. All right, well, here's this guy. Not a lot of articulation on him as well. Some of my complaints have been, you know, some of these other figures I've gotten in the past. You can go back and look at some of those videos. There's a lot of articulation in the legs. The legs move, as well as the hands and the wrists, and also at the elbows. It doesn't look like this guy's elbows move. I don't want to... Yeah, no, those are... No, there's no seam. That's just a crease. I thought I felt a seam, but that's just a crease from like where they did the clothes. So yeah, it's these figures, even though I love them, and they're going to be for like really display purposes only. Like, I'm not going to be like in my room actually having like little adventures like, oh, Jason, let's go get Freddy, you know. Although that would be that'd be kind of a fun movie. These are going to be for display. I like using them in my mom's dollhouse that she has. They're just kind of fun to pose in there for different things. And I'll probably do some shelves. I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, 6 to 8 inch shelves, and displaying a few figures on each one. But yeah, I love the pose. I love the colors. The textures on these guys are just absolutely are fabulous. This doesn't look like the Saturday morning cartoon version of Beetlejuice, but it definitely captures that like goofy Michael Keaton look. And again, like just the way the color, well, this one doesn't really scream with the colors so much because of the costume. But in the hair and in the skin here, and it screams like it popped off of a animation cell. But like I said, I'm kind of disappointed a little bit lately in some of the articulation, and the figures isn't the best. It's kind of limited to these poses. Like basically you could do feet out, palms up, palms down, head right. So yeah, there we go. But it's a cool action figure. It's a cool character. I love Beetlejuice. I've had the pleasure of meeting him a couple times at Universal Studios. He's a great guy. He really is the host with the most. And yeah, I don't know. It's a cool action figure. Let me know what you think. Let me know what some of your favorites have been in this collection. I've had quite a few so far. We got Leatherface and Jason Voorhees, Freddy Krueger. Now we got Beetlegeist. Say my name 3 times. Beetlejuice. But yeah, very cool. Very awesome. Let me know what you guys think. I would love that they did a Toony Terrors Saturday morning. I don't know how that would work really, but I would totally dig a Toony Terrors kind of like Saturday morning sitcom-y television show. That'd be really cool. And this guy could host it. All right, guys. Well, there we go. Another episode of Rob's Arcade. Arby's, for when you want to pay restaurant prices for fast food diarrhea. All right, I'm stopping. I'm sorry. Really cool figure. No, actually, you know, I had Arby's for lunch today, and I got a French dip. You know, I always get a French dip. If they have a French dip at a place, I get it because I'm Rob French, so I get the French dip. And I hadn't had one in a while. I love which their French dip is amazing. But I'm like, yeah, let's go grab a French dip from Arby's. I haven't had that in a hot minute, and they forget the dip. How do you forget the dip to a French dip? There's two things. There's the French and there's the dip. I just got the French. There's no French dip without the dip. It's pretty simple. It's pretty easy. It's like 2 + 2 is 4. You can't get a 4 without a 2 and a 2. I need a French and a dip to get the French dip. And there's like, what blew my mind is like, it's everywhere like you go. There's, how many people work in the drive-thru, you know? There's rarely anybody ever in the restaurant. Everybody goes through the drive-thru. So everybody on the clock is working drive-thru. You go to any fast food restaurant and there's like a dozen people. You go to Chick-fil-A, there's like a dozen people working drive-thru. There was like 6 people working drive-thru, 8 people working drive-thru when I went to Arby's today, and they can't get one sandwich. There's nobody inside. There's one customer in the drive-thru, and you can't get one sandwich right. It just kills. I guess that's why there's 13 people working at like the, you know, the drive-thru line at Chick-fil-A, and what's the other fast food that's always got a bunch of there's like 8 people always working at Sonic, and that's all it is drive-thru. There isn't anything else. So it's like, you know, it's like they get it right, and I guess it takes that many people. Like, no, Ted, you forgot the napkins, dude. Oh, thanks, Bill. Like, come on. But anyway, sorry. Awesome action figure. Really cool. Just a little weak on the articulation, but I love the like I said, the whole look of it, the feel. I just love the whole Toony Terror toy line from Neca Toys. Again, let me know what some of your favorites are. Let me know what you think of this video. Shoot me a little comment. Just love to hear from you guys. Also, give me a thumbs up, man. It's a lot of work that goes into playing with all these things and picking these things up and putting these videos together for you guys. So shoot me a thumbs up for a little support. Helps out the channel. Make sure you subscribe. Don't want to miss any future videos. And then share this video too. Let's get some more people here in Rob's Arcade. Maybe these little Toony Terror characters aren't in your wheelhouse, but you have a cousin or a brother or a sister or an uncle or something who's just really into the, maybe your dad's super into horror movies, so like maybe show him these videos and he'll wanna check these guys out too. So thanks for hanging out, guys. Remember, this is no way in any shape, form, or fashion goodbye. It's simply to be continued here in Rob's Arcade. And as always, until next time, don't spend that quarter anywhere else. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Wave. That's all you can do. Yeah, I could wave.